Where do you want to go? Going straight through, or did you want to stop somewhere? Climb and back, and we'll be off. Nice weather for a ride. Hope it lasts.
Quicksilver Mine is the best mine in Dawnstar. You can tell what's going by the marks it says.
Your ancestors wouldn't want this.
Why should I hide from it? This is my family's legacy. The museum is open in Medina.
I beg you, don't go into Silas's museum. Silas comes from one of the oldest families in Dawnstar. They have a complicated history. Several of his ancestors belonged to the Mythic Dawn, the cult that almost destroyed Tamriel. His family's involvement was only found out well after the crisis had died down, but it still ruined their reputation. They were outcasts. And now Silas is back, and this museum to the Mythic Dawn is his way of trying to rebuild his family's pride. It's misguided. Not a student of history, I see. It's for the best. They're a group that should be forgotten. The only thing you need to know is that they almost destroyed the world, and they were stopped a long time ago. That museum is a mistake.
And here comes my first visitor. The Museum of the Mythic Dawn is open, friend. And here you are. Good. Come in. Browse the display and let's talk. I have a job you look perfect for. Let's talk inside. Feel free to look around. Come talk to me when you're ready to discuss that job I mentioned. Feel free to look around. Come talk to me when you're ready to discuss. The tapestries hung here and outside were found in hideouts, where members of the Mythic Dawn would meet and plot. The cult's greatest accomplishment was the assassination of the Septim Dynasty and the opening of the Oblivion Gates. Did you have any questions about the museum, or would you rather talk business? A little history first. After the Oblivion Crisis, a number of groups cropped up dedicated to wiping out the remnants of the Mythic Dawn. One of these groups found Mehrunes' razor, the artifact of Dagon. They split it into 3 fragments and pledged to keep them apart forever. That was almost 150 years ago, and the pieces are still being kept by the descendants of that group, and they're right here, in SKYRIM. At least 2 of the owners, Gunzel and Draskua, are dangerous marauders. And the 3rd owner, Jorgen, I only know he lives in Morthal. Here are my notes about them. I'll gladly pay you for getting the pieces any way you can. No questions asked. The razor is Mehrunes Dagon's personal artifact. It has always heralded bloody change and carnage. It's held many names. Dagger of the Final Wounds, Bane of the Righteous, the Kingslayer. The Mythic Dawn worshipped Dagon as a god. Having his razor would be invaluable to my collection. It's no secret that my family were once members of the Mythic Dawn. One of my forefathers was even chosen to assassinate Uriel Septim himself. We hid from our past for years, became tradesmen, people of coin and influence. But I realized that the Mythic Dawn's importance, our importance, to history cannot be denied. I'll see everyone in Tamriel remember that for a moment, we held the fate of the world in our hands, for good or ill. They were worshippers of Mehrunes Dagon, the Daedric Lord of Destruction and Change. The mythic Dawn killed Uriel Septim VII and his heirs, triggering the events that led to the Oblivion Crisis when the Daedra invaded Tamriel. All that remains of the infamous cult I've gathered in my museum. Ah, an excellent question. Mehrunes Dagon is the Daedric Lord of Change, Destruction, and Ambition. Dagon's mythic Dawn cult killed the Septim dynasty and opened the Oblivion gates into Tamriel. They called it the Oblivion Crisis. Good
There
luck
you are.
finding the fragments.
I've been looking everywhere for you. I've got this thing I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see. I've got a letter and a lot of gold. Something about it being your inheritance. Oh, and I'm really sorry for your loss. Looks like that's all. I have to leave.
Need something? Where do you want to go? Going straight through, or did you want to stop somewhere? Climb and back, and we'll be off. Mordor, capital of the Allmarch Hold. Not quite in the same league as Solitude or Whiterun, but a nice enough place. What's the Jarl going to do about it?
How are we supposed to feel safe in our own homes?
Please, enough already. I have told Ygritte of your concerns. She'll look after you all. Please, go about your business.
We've no need for wizards in our midst.
Morthal has enough problems as it is.
Ah, it's no use. Let's get back to it then.
Do you like magic? Stallion says I'm good at work.
I'm not one for talk. Try to keep to myself.
Unless it's about... The mill is my responsibility. And that's what I care about. That's all. Understand? The world's going mad, and our Jarl does what? She hides inside with her visions. We need a leader, not some mystic. How can I? She never speaks with us. She's allowed this wizard, Falcon, to live in our midst practicing gods know what. And now there's talk of rebellion and dragons? What help could Idgrad be against them? No. We can only rely on ourselves. You do well to remember that. Trust you saw the house that burned down. Peculiar bit of business that was. And that's on top of noises from the marsh in the night. Tales of monsters. Now this wizard in our midst. What's a man to do if he can't look to his Jarl for help? Don't know what you're talking about, stranger. I've heard of him. My father had suspicions about his connection to the Mythic Dawn. Guess they were true. I don't need this. My family wasted 8 generations keeping that razor safe from a dead cult. As far as I care, it can stay locked in my house. You want the hilt that bad? Fine. Here's the keys. It's locked in a chest inside my house. See ya. Where do you want to go? Going straight through, or did you want to stop somewhere along the way? Climb and back, and we'll be off. I ever met one of them cats? Khajiit, I think they call themselves. I hear there's whole countries full of them down south.
Did you see a dog out there? Oh well. The blacksmith is offering a reward for a dog he saw on the road. Guess I'll stay on the lookout. Keep your nose clean while you're here, outsider.
What was that?
The god Arkham was once like us, bound to winding mortality. But he willingly gave up this existence, that we might better understand the vagaries of life and death. It is through the ebb and flow of this cosmic tide that we find renewal, and in the end, peace. May the spirit of Lavinia and all those who have left this world and its suffering know the beloved serenity of Aetherius, and may we one day rejoin them in eternity. Hello, my child. Arkay watch over you. I am. I came into Arkay's light after the Great War. So many died by my hands, my magics. I'm fortunate that Kust and the people of Falkreath have come to accept me as one of their own. Could you do an old elf a favor? I misplaced my journal in a cave I was exploring. I'll pay for its return. Blessing of Arkay to you for your help. Without birth, there is no life. Without death, there is only stasis. Such is the truth of Arkay. Life is far too short, my friend. We'll all meet Arkay sooner or later. Best to enjoy the time we've got. I'm so sorry. Burying the past is much harder than burying remains. Please, spend as much time here as you need. Of course, my child, of course. May the spirit of all those who have left this world and its suffering know the beloved serenity of Aetherius, and may we one day rejoin them in eternity. I hope that you too can find some sanctuary here. May Arkay watch over you. War is not new to Falkreath. You have only to stand in our cemetery to see that. Few want to be reminded of mortality in a time of war. Dengir deserves more respect than his nephew. Jarl Siggeir affords him. He was once the Jarl of Falkreath, you know. He has extensive years of experience, and with that he may have some ideas. Oh, merciful Arcane, no. I'm too old and frail, and this graveyard is too large. Kust is my assistant. He helps me tend the headstones and keep our cemetery clean, as befits a place of rest. Oh, my. Indeed, the number of graves in this cemetery never decreases. It is a hard time for all of us. I'm fortunate that Kust is responsible for the cemetery. It would be twice as much work here in the hall without him. That journal means a lot to me, if you find it.
Be a lot warmer and a lot happier with a belly full of meat.
Come and face the Forsworn.
Never should have come.
Where do you want to go? Going straight through, or did you want to stop somewhere along the way? Climb and back, and we'll be off. You ever met one of them cats? Khajiit, I think they call themselves. I hear there's whole countries full of them down south.
Those robes were worn during the Mythic Dawn's secret meetings, where they plotted to bring the Daedra Mehrunes. What is it? Do you have one of the razor fragments? All at once! You're efficient. I like that. Finally, all the pieces of Mehrunes' razor are in my hands. It's time I let you in on something. There's a fourth piece, that scabbard in the display case, built to house the razor. And there's more. I know how to put all the pieces together. We just need to take them to Dagon's shrine and contact the Lord of Change directly. Ever since I was a boy, I felt this strange sense of destiny surrounding the Mythic Dawn cult. And now I know what it is. Don't you see? Fate has led you to me and to the pieces. Dagon has to answer our call. We're so close. I'll meet you at the shrine.
They say the college has been snooping around Sarthon. Mages.
Damn you. You think I'm afraid of you? Hello, friend. Good to see you. Let's not waste any time. What can I do for you, friend? Fine. What? What? Will do.
Good. You're here. I'll place the pieces on the altar, and Dagon should speak to us. Mehrunes Dagon, the Lord of Chain. It's not working. Why don't you give it a try? Just put your hands on the altar.
You, mortal, you are worthy of speaking to. You have claimed the pieces of my razor. It has been an amusing game to witness. But Dagon does not declare a winner while there is a pawn on the board. Kill Silas. He and his family have served their purpose. Only Dagon can declare if a pawn is worth keeping. I have spoken. Kill him. Take your rightful place as my champion, or I will crush you.
Wait. Don't kill me. There's another way. I can take the pieces back to my museum, seal them in a display case. You get a generous amount of gold, I get to complete my collection, and nobody has to die. Fine. I'm not dying without a fight. Here we go.
I am pleased, mortal. I will give you my razor. Use it to wreak havoc on Tamriel. You have been a worthy tool. Fill the world with destruction in my name. Place your hands on my altar one last time, and you will witness the power of Mehrunes gone for yourself. Before you go, mortal, one final challenge.
Finally, you're back. Excellent.
Need something?
Staying out of trouble, kinsman. Can I help you? Old Lady Frida is a grouch, but she sure can whip up a cure for the rattles fast. Dangerous post, Dawn Star. If the bandits don't get you, the animals will.
Not a single man or woman in Dawnstar has gotten a good night's rest.
You'll find the Jarl in the hole. Until next time. telling you, I heard it. Pounding. Careful, it's so true.
What is it? Yes?
Where do you want to go? Going straight through, or did you want to stop? Climbing back, and we'll be off. Solitude's a big port town, full of sailors and their tales of faraway lands. Most of them's foreigners and liars.
How did How have you been? Glad you're here. Good to see you.
I'm a little busy. I've got all sorts of errands.
Papa says I want some raspberries.
I'm so sorry. The museum has been robbed, and I'm afraid that I am at least partly to blame. Yes, you see, I haven't been exactly completely forthcoming with you about my past. And sadly, it has caught up with me. Before coming here, to Skyrim, I was part of a group of brigands back in Hammerfell who operated in western Bangorai. One day we were on a job. We were posing as guards for a caravan destined for High Rock, planning to turn on it when we reached the wastes. Only, when we got there, we were ambushed. The entire job was a ploy to catch us and put an end to our banditry once and for all. That's how I lost my eye. Only a few of us escaped and fled into the hills of Dragontail Mountains. Bleeding and alone, I still to this day don't know how I survived up there. I was found just outside of Heldorn by a missionary who took me and a nursed me back to health. I swore to Tokmaka right then and there that I would turn my life around, live a just and honest life from that day forward. So, I left it all behind and came here to Skyrim to start again. But it seems the rose from my past failed. I tried to fight them off. They knocked out Polorian and overpowered me and the other guards. They tied me up and made up for them. I suppose they left me alive in hopes of me taking the fall for the robbery. I suppose it would be appropriate, given my failure. After all my failures, you are willing There were a few jobs we had which brought us into Skyrim, and we had a couple of small holdouts back in the day. I would think that a good place to start would be Windcaller's Pass. It's a collapsed cave that once ran through the Great Mountain, where we would hold up when the heat got too hot. It's remote enough that we would lay low if needed, and stash loot there before gathering up and departing for